Assalamu alaikum, everybody. It's your host, Naji of Made in Banglatown, and I'm here with someone very special, a longtime Hamtramck resident, an engineer, and a leader in the community, Adam Alharbi. So right now, Hamtramck is going through the end of the election voting process, and I mean, it's neck and neck. The residents of Hamtramck need answers, and that's why we're here with Adam. Adam, welcome to Made in Banglatown. How you doing?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So when you hear Hamtramck, what's the image that comes to your mind?
Home.
Yeah.
It's my home. I've been in Hamtramck since I was 8 years old. It's the city I grew up in as a kid. Played in the alleys, played in front of Holbrook School, playing basketball with friends. I went to Fisher School, Hamtramck High School. It's home. It's where I belong. Now it's the city that my kids are growing up. It's where my friends are, my siblings, my parents. Everybody's in Hamtramck, so it's home.
What are some of your favorite spots in Hamtramck now? Or let's say some spots that you loved going to growing up, but maybe it's not there anymore.
When I grew up, I remember going to Shoppers World. You remember Farmers?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, when I first got to America, I was like 8 years old.
Wow.
He took me there, and I saw I've never seen that big of a store. I thought that was big. It was interesting, but I think Hamtramck has came along. Now we have a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants. Yeah, and it's a safer city. And on top of that, we have a lot of coffee shops now. And yeah, so there's a lot. We have the taco place. We have the Alibaba Bengali food, has delicious food. We have many Yemeni restaurants. So it's a beautiful city that has everything.
You know what? I'm so glad that you brought that up. Hamtramck does have a lot of different types of businesses now, right?
Yeah.
If you were to add one more business that we don't have, what do you think we need?
Look, I'm a businessman myself.
Yeah.
I have a business in Hamtramck.
Oh, what's your business?
The Beverly Yemen Shopping Center.
Okay.
So my goal as mayor is to get brand name businesses into Hamtramck because we want to attract people from out of town to come to Hamtramck and shop.
Okay.
When they shop in Hamtramck, we're increasing their revenue. And because people pay taxes to this.
Yeah.
Like business owners, when they make more money, they pay income tax. And then also people that are going to come for a brand name, they're going to shop, they're going to get coffee, they're going to get maybe food from these. So other businesses thrive too. So maybe like Foot Locker, bring Foot Locker back into the trend.
Oh yeah, or Mr. Allen's.
Oh,
Remember Mr. Allen's?
Oh, yeah. Like brand names. Like we want to attract other people from out of town.
I see.
Yeah, and I also have goals to attract people to Hamtramck in a different way. Like improve Banglatown. Like Banglatown now is just a name. We want to make it feel like Bangladesh, have maybe green street light poles, or maybe like the one in London where they have a gate, something that makes Banglatown feels like here in Bangladesh.
Yeah, actually in Banglatown. Yeah.
The point is to attract people to come to So if you have, say, people who are Bangladeshi that come from other states or Warren or somewhere else, they're going to want to come to Banglatown and Hamtramck and shop there. Same thing if we do Yemen Town. People that come from out, instead of going to Dearborn, come to Hamtramck, And we want to do that. Also, we want to maybe have a World Town. I was thinking about that. World Town is going to be like Kenneth to Carpenter, that area on Joseph Campo, because it's wider. And just like Hamtramck is the world in 2 square miles. I want to have that World Town, something that makes people want to come to Hamtramck and shop. And there's a lot of plans that I have.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm very glad that, you're sharing, you have a lot of vision, right? So I was going to ask you, why do you think the people of Hamtramck need you now?
Why do they need me? Because Hamtramck needs a leadership that can move the city forward. That's why my slogan for my campaign is Hamtramck Forward. We want to go past divisions. In our communities. We want to be more united as communities, and that's why I need folks from all backgrounds. I've been to every Bengali masjid, and temple. I meet everybody within our weight. I hear from the Black community on the other side of the freeway and understand the concerns. I know what they're looking for, and I want to be a mayor for all. I'm not running. I keep saying this. I'm not running as a Yemeni candidate or Muslim candidate. I'm running as a Hamtramckan. That will be for all Hamtramck.
It's very good that you brought up the whole Hamtramck is, the whole world in about 2 square miles. And then you touched on all those demographics. A lot of voters and residents right now are actually saying that Hamtramck is divided. It is what it is, right? I mean, it's the truth. Right now, anytime, it seems like the Bangladeshi residents are in a whole different group versus the Yemeni residents versus the African American residents versus the Polish, the Albanian, Bosnian, right? I mean, we see it every day. Without sugarcoating it, what do you think your solution would be? Like, how would you actually unify all these groups?
Okay, look, first, some of it is not really a division, it's just a matter of the language barrier. There's people within the Bengali community, like when I visit, is they want to talk to me, but they don't have
How to talk to you.
the language to talk to me. So, and then same thing in the Yemeni community. They probably want to interact with other folks, but they don't have the language, or they feel shy, or something that is, disconnecting that. But the new generation, as people learn the language, it's becoming more inclusive. So, but the goal as a mayor and good leadership is to unite the community, to open those doors, to say, hey, don't be shy, come here. Create events. For example, police awareness, invite everybody, use influencers like yourself, get that message across, whether it's about an awareness that's coming up, whether it's about a new ordinance, whether about cleaning the streets, and things like that. So that way the message got through. Don't rely on a post on the Hamtramck City Facebook page. Nobody reads that.
Thank you. I was glad you said that. I'm tired of saying it myself. Okay, for sure.
Yeah, so we want to amplify things about unity. We want to get in touch with the white community. They feel disconnected. Let's be honest. They feel unrepresented. Right? They have now, I'm not saying all. There's some that voted for me and they believe in my message and my vision. But there's some that do feel disconnected. They feel like, okay.
They're now the minority within, in a city that's run by minorities.
I want them to know that I will represent you. I will listen to you. You'll have a seat on the table. And because this city belongs to all of us, not just the Muslim community. It's not about that. I will represent every single person. If you're a Hamtramckian, I'm there for you and I'll listen to you. And that's it.
Yeah, so I like it.
Yeah, so I tell people it's nice to have a diverse council. Right? But it's really, that's not the most important. The most important thing is having qualified people in government. People that are ethical, that would not cheat, that will not do for voter fraud, that will listen to the people that have vision, that will implement things like read the city charters, ordinances, try to update those.
Who can read the budget, right? The budget papers.
Budget meeting, I'm not even in office. And the only thing was there was like the mayor and listening to that. There's nobody else. No, I'm just saying that.
The truth is the truth.
I'm just saying that people are elected, a lot of them for a title or because of, and I'm not trying to say anybody is, but I'm saying is we need to look at a candidate, vote for a candidate that has a vision, that has the commitment to improve our city. Because we're tired of there's people running because they feel like it, It's time to have a change. It's time to vote people in that are going to do things for the city.
Absolutely.
And let's not look at color. We voted for Karen, and he donated $200 to my campaign. I'm helping you out. And he won.
Mr. Nietzsche.
I think it's Nietzsche.
Yeah, Nietzsche at the time? Okay.
I was young. I was voting at that time. I don't know. I was over 18 for sure. My point is, we should not look at color or faith. Because it doesn't matter. For 100 years, it's been like white, Christian. Nobody cares. We were the Muslim majority in the time. We still voted for Karen. I'm one of those people. We should not look at race. We should look at who's qualified, who's committed for the city, who's going to lead the city. Because at the end of the day, race doesn't matter.
Who has the plan?
I would not look like, okay, so because you're, favor like one group or one religion or one person over another. I'm running to serve Hamtramckans, everybody, equally.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you brought that up. So when it comes to your leadership style, what would you say that really is? Are you more so a listener, or are you a problem solver, or someone who wants to take action?
So I tell people I'm an engineer. I'm not a politician. So I'm a problem solver. I listen to you, understand the problem, try to That's what engineers do. They listen, they absorb, they analyze, and then they solve the problem. And I have a lot of solutions for Hamtramck right now. I mean, you see construction projects, how long do they take? I've been a project manager for the Department of Veterans Affairs, managed multi-million projects. And we set fees like, okay, you're late, it's $200 a day, things like that, that gets the contractor on point, try to finish on time. You can't just block a whole road and kill these businesses without any incentive.
Right.
There's so many things we can improve in our city. And I'm telling you, my list is long, things we can do.
Yeah.
But
I like that. You know what? Let's talk about campaigning and things like that. So you are not in city council now, right? Some residents are thinking like, are you qualified to lead in politics since you don't have a background in it?
The short answer is yes, qualified to it.
Yes, sir.
But having experience in city council means nothing. I have the same experience as anybody else because I've attended the meetings and that's all they're doing. Have you seen my opponent present something in council that's like any new idea or a resolution that does anything for the city? No, I have the city. I'm also in city commissions. I'm just pointing out the obvious. I'm trying to clear things out for people. I'm not trying to attack anybody. And it's the truth. Like experience doesn't matter. What matters is, are you ethical? Did you run while you lived here in Hamtramck? Did, things like that. Have you had any voter fraud allegations? That's the things that we want somebody ethical, somebody with a mission, somebody with a vision that would implement and make changes.
What are some of the things that you learned from his run that, that will help you be a better mayor?
It definitely helped with campaigning because I was a campaign manager and I would make things easier. But that also, I learned a lot about the city hall. There's so much that can be done in the city hall. And
let's touch on that.
There's a lot of things that are not done by him and that would create there's a lot of things. Everything that I'm saying right now is things that I want to implement. But for example, talking about the city hall, you walk in the city hall, it's dark, right? You don't see the weird signs.
Dark, is dirty, is not up to date, it's not modernized, the technology is outdated, and the employees hate their job.
Look, about employees, the city hall should be like a regular business.
They're doing good, absolutely.
Customer service.
Right.
You should greet people. Say, hi, how are you? How can I help you? And that room that they usually, I think the assessor's office use it, right? When you walk in to the left side, Max had it, I think, as an office before. That should be converted to an information desk. Where people walk in, how can I help you? You need, here's a pamphlet. It's on the second floor, third floor. Help people, guide people. You need a form, here you go. You don't have to go wait in line. Or maybe sell stuff for the city, shirts, things like that as well. A small shop, instead of having a machine that's right there. I'm saying there's so much we can share. Even the city council room. You get 30 people, it's full. It's empty space. There's a lot of stuff that common sense. Why is it dark in the hallway? Those are little things. I'm not talking more bigger issues than mentioning those items. I'm just saying that there's a lot that can be done in our city.
I'm just very glad that is on your radar, right? Because, past city councilmen and other mayors, I just don't see them even mentioning these things. And this is a huge thing, If the city hall of the city isn't attractive to the residents, right, then how can the residents be happy? How can we even ask for the business of potential residents, bringing them into our city? So, just glad that it's on your radar and, hopefully.
It's the city hall. We can beautify the city. There's ways we can beautify the city.
Absolutely.
Look nice and attractive.
Okay. You know what? Just to go back to you being a campaign manager for the current mayor, what are some things that you saw that, how can I say this? I'm just going to be very direct. So the current mayor supported Donald Trump, right? And now a lot of the residents who are immigrants, they kind of looked at that and said well, does that really speak to my views? So with everything that happened, what are your thoughts on that? Do you see yourself as
Be direct, as direct as possible. Amir Galib, I'm not a Republican and not a Democrat. I've never participated in any of those parties. I think it's unnecessary for our city. We don't want to, that just maybe creates division, within our city. So I try to stay away from parties because our cities, our roads, our potholes don't know red and blue. They just want somebody who's going to be committed to the city. But with that, I think the mayor saw an opportunity to address things some people were worried about, like the Gaza war that was not ending. So he met with them a few times. He felt that he was pushed against the wall by, the Democrats because of the pride flag and all that. He felt, okay, you know what? He wanted to go to the other side. Was that a good decision or not? I'm not sure. Like, we'll see if the war in Gaza ends, and then if we get funding like the Trump administration is saying, or something like $150 million. If that happens, then yeah, he made the right decision. I'm all for the interest of Hamtramck. I'll work with anybody in Lansing. As long as we're getting funds to Hamtramck. I promise Hamtramck, I'm not going to align with anybody. I'm all for the interest. And I'm not trying to be an ambassador.
Okay.
Talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm running for Hamtramck. Just because you believe in Hamtramck or you want to do things for Hamtramck doesn't mean you have other hidden goal home. It's where my kids go to,
So I think majority of the residents they don't really care, who you align your political views with or who you do deals with, right? That's not really the biggest thing. They just want to know that, our leader is being transparent with us. For example, if our mayor is doing business with, the president of the United States, then he should come back and tell us like, hey guys, this is the reason why I'm doing business with them. Here's how this will positively influence Hamtramck, and this is something that I know, that we need. Just open dialogue like that. So if wherever your political career takes you in Lansing or, in the whole US, will you be transparent with the people of Hamtramck, letting them know your plans and, what the goal is?
Goals beyond zero.
I gotcha.
Zero goals beyond Hamtramck.
All
I'll
right.
be as transparent as possible.
Okay.
I'm a business owner. I'm invested in Hamtramck. My business is in Hamtramck. My kids in Hamtramck. I live in Hamtramck.
All right.
So right now, I'm just focused on community and to serve the public and improve our city. I see a lot of wrong things. That's why I'm running.
I like that. You talked about having, like breaking the divide and the barriers of people here. What would unity look like to you?
When you're into the office, events, people feel connected. It's about feeling that you're home and that we're all one community. I want people to feel like that we're all a single community. We share the same roads, the same alleys, same concerns with property tax and water bills. I live in a road that has as diverse people as Hamtramck. I live close to Holbrook, and I have white, Bengali, Polish neighbors, Yemeni neighbors. And they have the same concern. They complain about, they talk to me like, okay, there's people driving past. We need, speed bumps.
Oh, please, no more. No more speed bumps, please.
And then they talk about fixing our alleys. You should fix our alley when you become mayor. But the point is, we have a lot in common as residents than we do. And let me tell you this. I want to be transparent about it. I was debating whether to say that or not, but there's people that actually benefit from division. Like, they feel self-importance. They feel they want attention. And it's not just within our communities. It's even in the Republican parties. People use that fear. Those people, us, should be us. Hamtramck, we should be us. And we should not listen to those folks. Because that's their goal. They want to divide us. They want to see us divided. They want to see us complaining about each other. Let's address this. Let's see what maybe it's something that we can solve easily.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. So when you talk about like the outside voices saying these things, what are your thoughts on people who are not residents of Hamtramck, number one? Number two, they don't have any business here in Hamtramck, but they all have an opinion on Hamtramck. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm glad you brought that up. Because there's people that either have lived in Hamtramck and moved out, or people even from out of state that have never been to Hamtramck. They want to just be involved with Hamtramck's business. And they want to, it's usually not in a positive way. And some that maybe moved out think that, Hamtramck used to be this beautiful. Hamtramck now is better than ever.
Absolutely.
Safer,
Absolutely.
It's nicer. We have all kind of businesses in Hamtramck. And it's just, people just, I guess, bored and just want to, or maybe have something in them that they don't like. They don't want to see Hamtramck united,
Right.
And we're going to have to change that. Make Hamtramck united. We'll make everybody feel like they're home.
What's your advice to, what's a way that we can cut out that noise?
Just for our community to not listen to those noises.
Gotcha.
Don't listen to them. Ignore them. We are in this boat together. We are in this city together. And we have to unite. We have to look past the skin color, the religion, the faith, what you do in your personal home, anything that divide us. We're going to have to go past that and look at the things that we have in common. We have our city in common. We have City has a lot of challenges, and there are more challenges than things that we complain about. We have roads, we have alleys, we have our sewer line, water lines that have been neglected for so long.
Yeah.
120 years. And they should have been replaced 60 years ago. And now that's why we're paying high water bills.
Why is our water bill so high now?
Yeah, so Hamtramck, our water lines, look, I've started looking into that, and I dived in into this problem, and I've seen...
Dived into the sewers, pun intended.
So I looked into that, and I seen that it's how much water we getting from Great Lakes, for example, and how much water is being sold to the residents. There's about 30% of that water that's vanished out of... We don't know where it's going.
Where is it going?
Because no meters are being installed and people are stealing water. That's one issue.
How can people steal water? Or do you...
And we're gonna have to start looking into that, But the other thing is people are stealing water, and it's probably a crime. You can't do that. But then the other thing is the water lines are breaking. They're old. Nobody addressed that before. Maybe they did, but not in as much as we need to. But the water lines are breaking, and that water is being leaked. I seen a fire hydrant that was open for no reason one day, and it's just running water there.
Yeah, that happened on my street a few weeks ago, actually. I don't know.
We're wasting a lot of water.
We're wasting.
There's a lot of water that's going on. The other thing is the water lines, when they break and then they get a company to come fix them, who's paying that bill? We are.
Yeah, taxpayers.
Not water bill.
Oh.
Added to the water bill. Yeah. So that the people that work on the sewer lines, that we have staff, the equipment that we buy for them, the machine that we bought for 400,000, all of that is added to the water bill. And because this was not addressed, if I wish, in previous administration, I'm not trying to blame anyone, probably they had the reasons, but 60 years, if we had just done a portion of something every year, we would be in a better stage today.
Absolutely.
The water bill would probably not be this high. And then on top of that, I was talking to John in the DPS, Department of Public Services, and there's a water line that goes under the shopping plaza, under the Dollar Tree and Haramain. A water line there. And it's old too. So if it breaks, I was telling John, so what happens if it breaks? How are we going to reach it? He's like, we'll be on the news. There's so much that needs to be addressed. But I will look at everything and I will dive in.
Someone told me that the reason why our water rates and everything went up is because there was some sewer work done that did something about the water flow or some quality, and that's why it's higher.
Some work is being done, but it's just because it's neglected for so long. It's hard to take care of everything now. It will cost millions. It has to be planned in phases, so that way, maybe 10 years down the road, we're all done. So it's something that's of an importance, something that I will definitely look into.
Do you see our water bills going higher in the near future?
I think there's a percentage they set every year where it goes up. My goal is to challenge what people say, any candidate tells you water bill can't go down, property taxes can go down, they're lying to you. I want to challenge that. I want to see if I can lower the water. I don't have that much time to see
what's going on, really.
Just to see where the water's breaking. See what areas, how much money do we need to fix those water lines.
Right. I
want to end of the day, I have a legacy where I solve those issues, where I address those problems, and where I made things affordable for people in Hamtramck.
Okay.
Initially, we had those meters. We were getting tickets for that. We're getting tickets on our homes like crazy because we hired a third-party company to come and do the ticketing for the houses and the code enforcement. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to try to change the ordinances, and the city hall will just, city council, they're nice people. They'll pass everything. So they'll let it go, and then they have all these rules, crazy rules, because they want to make profit. They're going to try to issue as many tickets as possible.
Right.
They probably won't do a warning, and probably would want to have a small period before the deadline to pay your ticket, so the ticket can increase. It's just those things that I'll have to look at, and I'll have to compare with other cities.
Yeah, why would we have a third-party ticketer,
I complained about that, and then they moved it back under city control. But those rules,
I got you.
They're still in place.
All right.
So we'll have to look at that.
I see.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that. They're still doing the same thing, but we'll have to look at that, compare it to other cities. Okay, are we giving residents enough time as a warning? Are we giving residents a great enough time to pay the ticket? Or are we like shrinking that period?
Is the ticket even, does it make sense?
Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Yeah, things like that I want to look at and compare. And then, but look, doesn't mean that we would let things slide. Like for example, your grass is long. No, we're just gonna give you no. You want Hamtramck to look beautiful.
Yeah.
That's number one. And then number two is we want the residents not to feel, oh, I have high water bills, I have high property taxes. No, I have to pay these fine, certificates. I have this, that,
Yeah, we got to compromise somehow. So I'm very glad that you brought up the property taxes, right? Taxes have been going up. I mean, to some residents, it's unmanageable at this point. So now I know that this is not something that city council is in charge of, or even the city is in charge of, right? It's more so a state thing. But can you give us some hope to the residents? Like right now, we're thinking that with these property taxes that are going up, it seems like Hamtramck wants us to leave. What can we do?
So I've heard from people who come to me and say, hey, Adam, look, I added a room in my backyard, expanded, and now my property tax went from $1,800 to $6,000.
Yeah.
I switched the home to my brother, for example, just in title change, and now my property tax is like 4 times. So, like you said, it's by the state, it's gone up everywhere, property taxes. But I believe Hamtramck, it's a strategy. Like if you want to increase revenue, don't make it hard on residents. Because people probably gonna move out. People are moving out to Warren, Detroit, and make things easier, whether it's with permits, whether it's with property taxes. Hamtramck, I know Yemeni, Bengali, for example, they have a lot of kids and they grow fast. And then you want to expand your house. You want to expand the back. Who's going to want to expand if he knows now he's going to have to pay $6,000, $7,000 taxes, every year?
Yeah, so I did that, and we did it about 2 years ago, and then our property taxes actually shot up about 400%. So now, if we would have knew something like that was going to happen, like once the home gets reassessed, we probably wouldn't have invested into Hamtramck like this. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that.
The other thing is, if we want to allow people to build a third floor, what happens is now you can rent that third floor, and you attract more families into Hamtramck. That means those people are going to help Hamtramck in 2 ways. One is they'll pay income tax.
Yep.
Second, they'll shop at Hamtramck, and those businesses will thrive, and they'll pay income tax. And then when we have a large population, other businesses, brand names are willing to come to Hamtramck. For example, Tim Hortons, things like that. I think we have enough coffee shops, but like it's an example. We can get brand name businesses into Hamtramck if we have a large enough population. So now imagine you saying, okay, now I'm going to increase your property tax because you built a third floor. That just encourage people from building up. I think there's probably a way to not increase property taxes on things like that, because we want to increase the Hamtramck population. We want people to feel like they're not being paying for too much.
And right now the median income for residents in Hamtramck is around $25,000 to $30,000 a year. Okay, so now based on that, some of these taxes and fees, they should be manageable based on that income. As of right now, it just seems like, we're paying fees and taxes on income that we're not getting. Like people who are living in Warren, Sterling Heights, and Troy are basically paying the same things that we are, but Hamtramck is nowhere near that modernized. How can you, if you do become mayor, help with at least the financial literacy or the political literacy for the residents, so that at least they can figure out what's going on?
Transparent. I plan to let people bring awareness, let people know what they're paying for, what services they're, and let them know about the different programs. I believe there's programs to where you can lower your property taxes.
Okay.
Based on your income.
Okay.
And I think that's by the state requirement. That if you are low income, you can go to the assessor's office, file for, I think, an appeal, and then they should lower their property tax.
Yeah.
I'm in for the residents, and whatever I can help with them where it's balanced, we're not affecting the city. The city needs revenue. It's a good share amount from property tax, income tax.
Business tax, income tax. I'm very glad that you brought up the budget. I don't know how much of the budget you understand or you've seen, So actually, yes, that's great. Let me start off this way. Is the budget available to anyone in the city of Hamtramck? Do you know?
I think the latest one is now.
It is not.
I believe it's done. We were at a surplus again, so that's good.
What do you mean by that? It's a surplus.
We're like previously, Hamtramck have suffered being negative in terms of the budget. Like we're negative $1 million or $2 million, and then the state.
Oh, we went over budget.
Yeah, so the state would come in and do an audit and things like that. We've had that, situation. But like now we're at a surplus. Like I think it's 7 million more,
Really? I've heard that our budget is around 20 million. Really? Yeah. Okay.
I think close to 30.
Wow.
So we're above which is good. It's good. But can it be better? Yes.
Okay. So my next question about the budget is, from what you've seen or what you know, what is an expense that you would like to cut in the budget? Also, what is something that you want to add more funding to in the budget?
First, I'm a business. I've been in business for so long. I know how to read financial statements.
Okay.
I know how to dive into them. I know the general ledger. I know how to check invoices. I already started doing that, but because of campaign, I didn't.
Not enough time.
Not enough time. And when you're still running, you don't want to make the department feel like, oh, look at him. He's too,
Yes.
But once I get in, I'm honestly going to look at everything. I'm going to look at each item, see where we're spending too much, where we can save, what are we spending things on, what are the invoices. I will look at everything, and I'll make sure that we're sufficient with it. There's items that I'm like, why are we paying $1.5 million to maintain city buildings? So there's things I'm questioning, but we'll dive in more.
Okay.
And zoom in.
I gotcha. So a lot of residents, everyone just assumes that the mayor runs everything. Okay? And that one person is in charge of everything they do, they oversee everything, but we know that's not true. So this is your chance to kind of let the people know that, hey, what is the mayor's role? And, who are the ones who manage this and that of the city?
So the mayor is more of the face, or the public face of the city. The person that manage the city hall and day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
And then people that pass the resolutions, city council.
I see.
So that's basically it.
Yeah.
The mayor has influence. He approves the agenda, city agenda. And he has influence over city manager and city council and can things the right directions.
Okay.
So basically that's how it works in Hamtramck. Other cities do it different.
We just got a new city manager. What are your thoughts on him?
I think the new government should have the say on the city manager, I don't think that, a new city manager would last if I become mayor. I don't care.
I see.
They should let the new government decide on who becomes
the city manager.
I've told them that.
Yeah. How did we get this city manager?
If I become mayor and things, let's say, go wrong, and it's because of the city manager, they're going to blame me. They don't know the city manager, right? Yeah. They should let the mayor decide on that, right?
And we already have a new city manager.
I believe we just posted for a city manager. I don't think we have the new city manager yet.
Yeah.
They passed a resolution to post the job online. That's why I'm like, what?
I saw a post from the City of Hamtramck Facebook page swearing in a guy saying our new city manager. So I don't know.
That happened.
Gotcha. But that's the thing, though. It seems like Hamtramck, information is being lost, and a lot of people don't know what's going on.
There's a lot of things we can improve.
Yeah. I love the whole thing about transparency for you and your campaign, right? So for you to be a leader, you have to have a group of people to lead, right? You have to have a team. So what's a team that you're looking to either bring with you as mayor or maybe change the current team in council or city hall? What are your ideas?
That's on the people, on the residents.
Oh.
They choose who gets into council, right? I'll work with anybody that gets into council. A good mayor would have good influence, right? They should be able to get their point across, because we don't want a divided council. And if it is, we'll try to minimize it. And it's an issue that we've had previously and probably a little bit now, but not as much. But we want to have a good council that share the same vision.
Okay.
Hamtramck.
You know what? Forget about council for a second, because I don't know what's going on with them. Let's forget about them. Let's say you as mayor, would you have your own personal team? You have a lot of visions, right? You want to do a lot of things, but you're one man. You can't do it all, right? Maybe, having a team for marketing or branding that can help with making the information more transparent for the residents.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of having instead of what we have right, have a more transparent website, for example, that says, okay, who voted on this resolution? Just list the resolutions up. And I plan to do actually maybe a monthly video just to explain what happened this month. And I'll be transparent about who voted for and against city council. So that way they're held accountable. People forget 4 years down the road, they'll forget what this person did. But if we have that website, that point green, red, I'm voting yes or no on each council member, on each resolution, they can go okay, these resolutions. And depending on how they feel, they can now are clear on who to vote for again. And for example, if I have a vision to improve my city and to make it look good, if I have bad city council members that always voting, say, against good things, I'm going to be transparent about it. I'm going to tell people, hey, listen, I'm trying to do this. I have these folks that are,
Against it.
And I'm not always right, right? Maybe they have, if there's another option or a better plan, I'm all for it, But they're just not,
I gotcha.
listening for the interest of the city. Because that's my goal.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be fine. Who gets in, we will work together.
Is having your own team, right? Is that something that is just illegal, or there's not, something?
It's done it before. They run with 3 council members and then they're a team and they get in. They always have that. It's not good. I don't think it's good. If you want a diverse opinion, I want to hear from the city council members. If you just have your group, then other folks would feel like they have no opinion because these people are always passing what they want and declining what they want. It shouldn't be that way. You should have everybody's opinion. That's why people voted for.
Do you think there's a lot of favoritism right now in council and just in city hall in general?
Favors in terms of what?
As in the people who are employed in these official positions, like city council members, the mayor right now, other people like department heads. Do you think they're just favoritism among each other, and because of that, certain policies get through or certain things get done without the residents knowing? What do you think?
I don't want to speak about that right now.
Oh, I got you.
But it's not bad. It's good. That's major favoritism, but.
Okay.
Look, I'm into correct things, right? I'm against favoritism, against corruption in our city, and that's it.
Yeah, let's talk about corruption for a second. So, there's a lot of reports and things coming out. City officials, bribery, also the police chief, all the things that happen with them, and then now the voter fraud and everything like that. It just seems like Hamtramck is always in the headlines in a negative way when it comes to corruption, right? So now, please address that to the public and kind of let them know how, just saying you're against it is one thing, but what are some actions you're going to take? And also, how will you try to hold these officials responsible and accountable when you become mayor?
When I become mayor, I will plan to run a smooth city. I don't want no city drama. We want to focus on improving our city, fixing our roads, fixing our alleys, addressing the concerns of the residents, not be on the news for city drama, right?
Yeah.
We don't want city drama. If there's correction that needs to be made, get it done. That's it. If somebody needs to be fired, that's it. Done. We don't want to entertain things, be on the news, talk about things, We want to run a smooth city. If we're on the news, it would be for positive things, for how we cherish the diversity and how we are an example of coexistence for the entire nation. And not for little things at City Hall. And are there still things that need to be corrected? Yes. Within the police department, people need to be treated with respect. We should not be as aggressive to the residents, but I respect the police officers. They're doing their job. They're out there protecting us and working to make Hamtramck a safer city. And we have that auto theft concern that people are complaining about, but also we have more police officers in the police department than they are outside patrolling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We have people that probably are not doing much in their positions. Why aren't they out patrolling?
Yeah.
I'm not saying we need to fire anybody. We need to get people out patrolling better. Maybe we also need to work with Detroit and see how we can work together on that issue. There's so much we can improve within our departments. There's one more thing. I don't know if it's going to be part of your questions, but the master plan, Hamtramck master plan.
The master plan.
Yeah, there's a master plan that Hamtramck has that they did in 2020, and I bet you a lot of people don't know about that within even the city government. Well, the master plan it's done by a third party. I give credit to the people that did it in 2020. They list the things that we can improve in Hamtramck. How to fix our roads, how to improve our city and looks and attract visitors, how to make it like a green city. There's a lot of it that's good. Some of it, I think, the whole master plan probably needs to be outdated. But there's good things within the master plan that we can still implement to make it a walkable city, make it a beautiful city. I'd like to update that master plan to make it more of an urban, attractive neighborhood that attracts people to Hamtramck, whether it's for shopping, visiting, walking. There's so much that I think
Is this
within the master plan alone.
Is this master plan available to all?
It's available, and it's not like a whole text. It has images. It's
Really
good to read. If you read it, you're not gonna be bored, or it's not like the city charter or whatever. It's nice. They have good ideas in it, and to see and address and to make sure that we fit in.
Can we get your revision of the master plan?
The master plan is done by a third party. Update them. I would need to work with a third party.
Oh, it doesn't have to be official. It's more so like, hey, this is the master plan right now, and then this is what I would like in a perfect world to add or change to that. That would be nice to see, so we can kind of see like your vision of that. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I can do that. Look, the reason we hire third parties is because it's not just a one-person opinion. It's because they have to look into that if that's feasible. For example, say we can build in Hamtramck 4 or 5 stories up and make Hamtramck more dense. And how is the sewer line gonna?
Right.
How are we gonna handle parking? So that's why you have to rely on sometimes on third party to see if that's feasible.
Yeah.
And people that already done these kind of documents and reviews and studies and searching to advise us on that. But main thing is I tell people is when you try to decide on who to vote for in this election is to see if they have a vision, if they understand the city, if they have a vision, or are they just wanting to be a mayor or council
For the title.
or is it people that want to improve our city? And
How do you want to get the younger generations involved?
I like that. So I voted since I was young.
Okay.
And I think the youth, they're the most impacted people. Like if you vote right now for somebody who's not good, like if you vote for somebody 20 years down the road, who would suffer more?
The youth.
Maybe the youth. The people, I've said, when I grow up, I'm gonna move out of Hamtramck when I was younger. What is this? But Hamtramck is improving and I'm fine and comfortable. I can go to any supermarket, and if I forget my wallet, Adam, even before I know everybody, like it's home. So it's gonna be home for them too. Now, if this water lines keep breaking and nobody address them for the next 20 years, then the water, they're gonna be the most. They have to vote. They need to go out and vote. And something I tell the youth is, I'm gonna be there for you, not just on the mayoral tasks. I'm going to be there for them on gay and nonprofit organizations because I'll have the influence as they get those nonprofit organizations into Hamtramck, help them with financial aid if they want to go to college. I want to get those nonprofit organizations into high schools, tell them about the importance of education and why they should pursue college. And then also for those that want to open businesses, they want to get the SBA in, guide them on how to open a business, how to be successful. Because easy to open a business sometimes, but it's not easy to run it. So you have to have even people that already have businesses right now, and you might want to get the right folks in and guide them on how to make it thrive, how to improve your business. Yeah. So, youth, please come out and vote. I count on you.
What's your plan to make Hamtramck a place where business owners not just survive, but thrive?
Yeah, like I said, I'm a business owner in Hamtramck. I've mentioned a few things. For example, having Banglatown, Yemen, even Polish town, whatever, to attract people to Hamtramck, right?
I know Isabel.
There's good folks within that commission. We want to make downtown look nice.
Absolutely.
And we listen to business owners. We monitor how many businesses have closed since last year, how many years, for example. And we applied now for the state to be Main Street. Main Street means we can probably get some grants.
Oh, nice.
Talking about brands, but like I
Yeah.
want to make Hamtramck, for example, getting brands into the city. If we increase the population, more brands would come in.
Okay.
And some people, other businesses may think that it's not going to increase competition. I tell other business owners, where do you get business?
That was gonna be my question.
Because
Yeah.
other people that visit to go to a UPS store, for example, they're gonna stop by a coffee shop, they're gonna stop by a gas station, they're gonna stop by that. So we want to attract those brands, you know.
The thing is, growing up in Hamtramck, in the beginning, we had a lot of fast food chains and different franchises here, right? But more and more, when our people open up their businesses, those franchise businesses left because they were losing business, right? Because we want to shop to our small businesses. So then now, you want to bring in more franchises. Where do you think?
I'm trying to bring franchises that would create a competition.
I see, okay.
I don't want to kill our businesses. Especially now, they even offer better service and better, cheaper prices than others. I want to get the brands that would attract people to come in and try to make then shop from our businesses,
Yeah.
For example,
Okay.
FedEx office. That's just an example. I'm trying something that's not in Hamtramck as a brand. Why not bring it to Hamtramck? That's my goal. But talking about grants, I want to be
Yes.
able to change, for example, the facades of these businesses. Grants can make the Hamtramck attractive because we need more facade. I even thought about like having lighting that you have on buildings, for example. And there were other cities that do that probably just on the holidays. We want to make it throughout the year. Why not? But within the downtown district. That's just an option I'm looking at. I'm gonna have to listen to other folks.
Yeah. But you have visions. That's the whole
I have
point.
visions
Yeah.
As to where we can attract people.
I gotcha.
To the city and make it look.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the residents that you said. Financial literacy is a big issue right now. Well, at least I see that, right? I'm a licensed banker and a financial investment consultant. So I've noticed that a lot of our people here, especially in Hamtramck, they're not as financial literate, right? And we just, we don't get enough help when it comes to that. If we do, then we could maybe budget better or figure out how to, get the right kind of loans or how to invest the right way or even start a business. Do you have any ideas or plans on how we can start opening that dialogue and have organizations to help our residents?
Okay, just in short, I will do anything to help our residents. But can the city mayor do everything? No. Somebody comes, residents are having relationship issues. I just want to set that clear. There's things that you can do for residents in terms of city services, in terms of guiding the youth, maybe learning English for those newcomers, working with nonprofit organizations, even working with the schools to see if we can have those ESL classes. Things that are beyond the mayoral, position. I'll do that. But would I do every single concern that I'm being honest with? It's with financials. I'll probably try to work with nonprofit organizations to come into Hamtramck and try to bring awareness trainings on those things. But yes, so that
I got you. You can't tackle everything, right? So it makes sense to,
like
exactly.
What I'll do, smaller issues. Like we have a lot of big problems that we want to tackle.
Yeah.
And
Name the top 3 problems that you want to focus on.
improving our city to attract people to come into Hamtramck to shop. Look at the financial budget of the city. Look at our master plan. See how we can improve our city that way.
I like those.
Yeah, and then there's those issues, right? And then I just don't want to be the mayoral candidate that promised to do everything.
I got you.
I don't want to be held accountable for things I'm saying right now. The things I'm saying right now is the things I plan to implement as mayor.
I think that's great. You're a man with vision. I'm always the guy asking a lot of questions to my interviewees, but I want to change it up a little bit with you because you're a man with vision. I'm gonna give you a chance to ask me some questions. I'm a resident, born and raised here in Hamtramck, okay? I went to school here. I also went to school in Detroit Public Schools. I've worked in Hamtramck. I also worked in Detroit. So, do you have any questions for me? This is your chance to talk to a true Hamtramck resident who will vote.
You just started this program?
Made in Banglatown? Yeah, man. So I've been in marketing and branding for years. Made in Banglatown, this year. I just said, man, I'm gonna do it because no one else is doing it. So yeah, check out my page. There's a lot of different people that I've already done interviews with. I haven't posted a lot yet either. Like there's people that I've done interviews with that I haven't even posted yet, But yeah, this is totally the me thing, unapologetically for my community. Like I have no funding or anything. It's more so like whenever we don't have a client shoot, I use all the equipment and then I bring in in the people and everything like that. I don't interview people who write me a check or they just want a platform. I interview people that I truly want to learn more about, or people who can actually benefit my community. I'm very happy that you took the time out to sit down on this interview. I truly appreciate it.
How do you see your future mayor?
How do I see my future mayor? I need a leader who not only has vision, but has a solution to implement it, right? I'm tired of false promises. I'm tired of people just blowing smoke up my ass. I'm just gonna be honest. You seem like a guy who has vision, right? Which aligns with me. And also, it seems like you're very motivated to actually do something about it. So that's really what I want my leader to be. Someone that I can stand behind and say like, okay, well, this person said he's gonna do this, but also I can see a plan that he's trying to implement. Yeah.
That's what I want to hear from people in Hamtramck. I want to look at past we are one community. We should elect those that are committed, that want to do better things for our city.
Yeah, man.
Be willing to bring awareness to the public in Hamtramck. If I become mayor, I'm gonna need influencers to let people know, against voter fraud.
Yeah.
Awareness about the ordinances, about cleaning up our city, making Hamtramck beautiful, and that's something I didn't talk about. We want to plant things like pots throughout the city to flowers.
That's a beautiful thing. So you know what? It's a great question. And you know what? Whether you become mayor or not, I am 100% willing to do that, right? My platform, Made in Banglatown, was created for that, right? Just spreading information and the truth. As a resident myself, there isn't a way that I can get information. What did I do? I just went ahead and started talking to the people who I can get the information from. For example, you want to get influencers, talk about voter fraud and how to vote correctly, right? I would love to do that. First and foremost, I got to get educated on it the right way, on how voting works and what's the best way to do it. Once I learn anything, I would love to share my knowledge with the residents. That's number one. Number two, just getting information about our city. Like, for example, just how people pick up our trash. I had no idea that there's certain trash that you can't put in the blue bins. So now if you want to get those thrown out, you got to put it into a different type of bin, or you have to put it in a bag or something like that. I went and asked the garbage men. Like, they were driving and I stopped and I said, hey, wait, I have a question for you, sir. They were like, what do you want? And I asked them, I was like, hey, a lot of my garbage doesn't get picked up. Why is that? After asking the question, I figured out okay, certain yard trimmings and clippings, you can't put it in the blue bin. You gotta put it in one of those Home Depot bags or something. So no one told me this, but yet residents are just kind of doing whatever they think is right to them, right? So information is very important. If there's any way that I can help to spread that information the right way, whether it's how the budget works or who city council voted for or policies that they voted on, I would love to spread that.
For example, in terms of voter fraud, people they don't know it's illegal, residents. When they see, for example, a current city council member coming to them, they think, that's the government.
Yeah.
Well, they need to know that's illegal. Also, council, when anybody runs as a candidate, you want the city to inform them, to let them know, if you do this, it's illegal. If you do this, here's the consequences, because we want a fair election.
Yeah.
Not only that, we want to bring awareness about ordinances. You can get a ticket for this. And then about unity, how we are one community. There's so much, like you said, about the trash. There's so much we can do and bring awareness to the people through influences than a Facebook post for the city or a small letter that we put in the envelope of the ballot that people usually ignore. But my plan is to be as transparent as possible, to inform people about everything and run a smooth city, make sure everything is being done correctly. And I hope to gain the trust of the people. Yeah. And not to judge me now, but judge me after.
I gotcha. Sounds good. So everyone out there who is filling out their absentee ballots, do not hand it to anybody. It doesn't matter. It's your vote, your choice. It's very important. It holds a lot of power. Drop it in the mailbox yourself, or just go ahead and vote in person. Walk to Hamtramck High or the community center, see your fellow residents. Maybe you'll catch some of your officials there. You can shake hands and understand who they are, what they're running for, and just understand how things work. Because as of right now, there's a lot of disconnect, okay? You know what, Adam, thank you so much for taking out the time here to really answer my questions head on. I truly appreciate that.
Thank you.
All the best luck to you. Yeah.
And I can see you getting more and more following you, because you're doing things really
Yeah.
good.
Thank you. This is your chance to address the people of Hamtramck. Whatever you want to say, this is your platform. Go ahead.
Hamtramck, I ask for you to make the right decision in this election. Let's look past our differences. You have to select somebody who's qualified, somebody who's ethical, somebody committed to serving you alone, and equally. So I ask that you vote for me this election. And I promise that I will do my best for the city I grew up in, for the city where my kids are growing up in, and for the city where I live, and for you as residents. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. He says he can unite Hamtramck. Now, it's up to the voters to decide. This is Naji, and I'm made in Banglatown. This is the platform where we bring real people, real stories, no fluff, onto the mic to tell us their stories. Follow me for more information and interviews coming soon.